Hi everyone, I'm Mika and welcome back to Books and Bonnets. So today I decided I'm going to do another tag video. This is the Reading Habits tag by Molly Reads, and I'll link her video down below. So yeah, let's get into it. Question number 1. Do you have a certain place in the home for reading? I prefer to read in my bed, all snuggled and comfy. But sometimes if my hubby is out on the couch in the living room, I will curl up with a fluffy blanket and sit on the couch and read. Question number 2, bookmarks or random pieces of paper? I would like to say I'm one of them people that always use bookmarks, but I'm not, so I'm not going to say it. I would prefer to use bookmarks, but I've been known to use a bill, an envelope, a receipt. One time I used an earring, one of my hoops, to save the page. Pretty much whatever's available. That I have a problem. Send help. Question number 3. Can you stop reading, or do I have to stop after a chapter or, a certain number of pages? I have to at least finish the page that I'm reading. If it's a really interesting chapter, I'll finish the entire chapter before I close the book. But I at least have to read the page that I'm on. I can't just get halfway through the page and then stop. Uh, let's see. Question number 4. Do you eat or drink while reading? Sometimes I have coffee. Sometimes I have wine. I like them both equally. If I'm eating something, I try to make sure it's not going to leave a mess because I don't want to mess up my books or drop spaghetti sauce in my book. Don't want to do that. Question 5. Multitasking. Music or TV while reading? Neither. I am easily distracted. So if music is on, I will start singing and dancing. And if the TV is on, I will get interested in whatever's on TV. And I'll start watching it. And the next thing you know, it's an hour later. And I'm still watching TV. Book still unread. So, question number 6. One book at a time or several at once? I read several books at once. I have 2 physical books that I'm reading. One is by Gabrielle Union. We're going to need more wine. And the 5th season by N.K. Jameson. I think that's how you say her last name. I could be wrong. I butcher names all the time. I'm sorry. So these are the 2 physical books that I'm reading. And then I have 2 audio books that I'm reading. A Blade So Black by L.L. McKinney and Dread Nation by Justina Ireland. And then also on my Kindle, I have Carve the Mark by Veronica Roth. So I just am everywhere. I prefer to listen to my audiobooks at night, and I prefer to use the app on my phone for the Kindle. Sometimes when I'm at a doctor's appointment or in the car, so that way I don't have to physically bring my book with me, especially since I get the books from the library a lot, and I don't want anything to happen to them. Okay. Reading at home or anywhere else. I prefer to read at home because I don't have to pay attention to my surroundings. I used to read in the library, but I don't anymore. Sometimes I'll read in the car, doctor's appointments, but that's pretty much about it. Sometimes if my kids are playing at the park, I'll read a book while they're playing, but I'm really not reading. I'm more watching them, making sure everything's okay. Okay, question number 8. Reading out loud or silently in your head? I read silently in my head, but sometimes what I read was so absurd that I need to say it out loud just to make sure that it's as weird as I thought it was in my head. Or I'll tell my husband or my kids, I'm like, does this sound odd to you? I have problems. Anyway, question number 9. Do you read ahead or skip pages? If it's a book that I'm interested in, no, I will not read ahead. I will not skip pages. I will read it straight through. If it's one that I'm getting ready to DNF, I will skip through. I will skip to the end and see if maybe the ending has a redeeming quality that gets me re-interested in the book. And sometimes if a book is really, really slow, I'll try to skip ahead to find some action to see if it'll, I don't know, get me interested in it. But most of the time it doesn't, and I just don't finish it. Uh, 10. Breaking the spines or keeping them like new? For presentation wise, I prefer the spines unbroken, but I'm not gonna lie, part of me, like a little part, loves the sound of a fresh book when you first open it and that spine cracks. It just, I just love that sound. But typically, most of my books, the spines are like new. Let's see. Question 11. Do you write in your books? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. One, I get my books from the library, so they kind of frown upon that if you write in library books. And for two, I've never been a person who writes in their books. I either take pictures of things that quotes that move me, or I have notebooks strategically placed throughout the house that I will use to write down quotes or passages from a book or whatever speaks to me or that I want to record. I really do have a problem with the amount of notebooks that I have around the house. But we're not going to talk about that. And question number 12 is, who do you tag? Well, since I don't have that many friends, I don't really have any friends on BookTube, I'm going to tag someone who's new. And you're just starting out and you haven't done this tag yet, I tag you to do the book reading habits book tag. Um, Again, thanks for watching. If you haven't, don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button also. Leave me a comment down below of a good October-y book, like something horror. I am kind of like, I can do horror, but like sometimes Stephen King scares me. So, like, I'm looking for something that's a good medium, not full on nightmares, but good for Halloween. Um, yeah, and thanks for watching Books and Bonnets. Until next time, keep reading.